All right, what's going on, guys? So we got the plug and play CDI variable timing kit for the Predator Honda clones here for the 212, 208, 196cc tested so far. So what this kit does is you have your stock flywheel, 24 degrees, timing that you have, right? So we have it so you don't have to do any work other than changing the position of your pickup. We give you the hardware instructions to do that, and then putting the new pickup in that position. And now you're going to have, instead of 24 degrees, you're going to have access to more timing. And I'm going to explain why. Why you need a power source. So you need either a battery or a charge line to charge the run this, okay? So the reason why that is because we're not using the magnet as a power source. We're using it as a signal. So normally the magnet has to pass by the pickup and to a certain distance to generate the energy in the primary. So it has a certain amount of kilovolts, and then the second part of that transistor, magneto, says, okay, deliver it for this amount of time. So because we don't have to do that, as soon as the magnet gets close, I have it set up so that's when it triggers it. So we have quite a bit more timing advantage to timing from the flywheel. So because we can also move the pickup, we can add to that timing, or we can take away from it a little bit too, right? The base timing, the starting timing. So the timing, the variable timing, that comes in where when I made the CDI, the pickup gives the pickup signal, but it's also giving an RPM signal. And that RPM signal is gonna allow you to it's gonna allow the CDI to vary the timing to keep the piston in the most advantageous spot for the most horsepower and torque on the combustion stroke. So when we're coming up on the compression stroke, right, the piston's coming up. If we fire too early, the gases are expanding. So you don't actually have the high compression engine that you think you have. The gases are expanding, right, because you're firing too early, and they're robbing the combustion stroke. So that produces a lot of stress on the piston connecting rod. When you're firing early, it's still going up, right? You're causing all that expansion. So we need to understand that we want to have that piston, in that 5 to 12 degrees after top dead center when the nitrogen is actually expanding and you're getting the push on that piston. Because if we're not, we're creating internal stress on the motor, and we're not going to get peak performance. We're also not going to be able to come around the turn, right, and have the motor kick down and then be able to wham as hard as possible back up, right? You're not going to have that throttle response, and you're not going to have that performance response without variable timing. There's a reason why, if you're watching this video, any vehicle that's 4-stroke, recreational, or whatever, that you've been around since you've been born, had some sort of mechanical or variable timing. So this is a really unique kit in the fact that it's plug and play, and that it's expandable. It's already set up to be expandable, and it's pretty simple, man. You just bolt it on there and you give her shit, right? So cold start, obviously, right? So a little bit of a choke. Turn down the idle a little bit. I can hear my clutch still clicking a little bit there. So next videos I'll show like test motor on the stand, or because you can't see the flywheel too good there for timing, and I'll show the timing advance and all that kind of stuff, and maybe a little bit of the how I make some of the components. So please make sure to like and subscribe, guys. And we'll be showing lots of videos, interesting videos. Cheers.